Hey folks, welcome to my channel. My name is Joy and today I'm going to be answering the question, how much do SAT, ACT scores matter for your college application? Before I get started, go ahead and hit that subscribe button if you're new to my channel. I talk everything college admissions, releasing new videos every week, and if you appreciate the content, hit that like video and don't forget to click the notification bell so you know when I go live and you know when I release my new videos. Again, talking everything college admissions from test prep like this video to writing your personal statement, statements of purpose, to what you do after you hit submit, and then your first days of college. So again, hit that subscribe bell if you're new, or subscribe button if you're new, hit that notification bell, and then hit that like button if you appreciate the content. And then now we're gonna get started. So again, I'm answering the question today that I see a lot. You know, people tend to want to focus on test scores or grade. And so today I'm going to actually be going over how much do SAT or ACT scores matter in the college application process. I've kind of been all over the place. You can see I'm wearing my UW shirt with the LSU hat. Grew up in Louisiana, but went to grad school at UW. And then I've read applications, worked for admissions offices at multiple universities. So that's kind of where my perspective is coming from. How do we actually value test scores when we're looking at applications and deciding what students to admit? And so I'm going to talk about that kind of in the academic world, because when I think of a whole college application, I really look at it in terms of the academic part of the application and then the personal part of the application, which is like your personal statements or extracurricular activities, kind of what your family's income status is, and maybe what kind of high school you went to, if you're first generation, that kind of stuff. So I'll talk about it in the academic realm. So if you divide applications into two parts, academic and personal, I'm going to talk about how much test scores matter in the academic realm, really. And so I would say two answers. One is it depends how much the test scores matter. And I think what I mean by that is at a school that has a higher admissions rate, the test scores might be valued differently, so not less, but just differently. So they're weighed differently than, say, or they have more or less weight than your first generation status or your family's income or how much you articulate about your personal identity and your personal goals and values in your personal statement. Whereas at a school that's known for academics, might have a lower admissions rate or just a really competitive major. I don't think all those things necessarily go together. I think you can have a low admissions rate, very competitive direct admissions majors, or just be a school known for academics that have really high test scores. So for schools like that, test scores do matter a little bit more. But if I'm inside of an admissions department, meaning my focus is on one school and one school specifically, I would say 9 times out of 10, because again, I've worked for multiple colleges, is that a test score is weighed weighed equally as far as academics are concerned, as how rigorous your courses are, how high your GPA is, and then how many core classes you take. So those, science, math, English, social studies, and world language. So how many of those core classes have you taken, and then how rigorous are they, and then GPA. So when you're looking at academics again, what I'm saying is at certain schools, now I'll back that up and say, if you're applying to a single school, the test scores that you submit will matter as much as the GPA that you submit, how rigorous of courses you've taken, so whether they're AP, dual credit, maybe a college in the high school, or you're taking college level courses already, IB, honors. So how rigorous your courses are, and then how many of those core classes have you taken? Did you slack off senior year and you're only taking 4 classes for the whole year because you're already finished all your requirements? Or are you a student who's just very proactive about learning, and although you've already finished all those basic requirements that you needed to get into any good college, you've gone beyond the level of other students at your school and taken even more classes than what is necessary? So again, it depends is one answer, but at the same time, if you're looking at how much I should weigh my test scores compared to the other academic factors about my application, then I would say ACT, SAT scores are as equally weighed as how rigorous your courses are, how high your GPA is, and then how many classes are you actually taking? Are you being proactive? So that's my short answer made long, is test scores don't have any more value in the long run than how rigorous your courses are, how high your GPA is, and then how many classes you're taking. So they have equal weight. They have equal weight. That's how much they matter. They have equal weight. That's my answer. And then, you know, if again, I'll go back to the second point. If it's an academically rigorous school, meaning they generally have almost perfect test scores, or it's a competitive major, your test score is going to matter a little bit more than the average student. So that's kind of, again, answer part 2 to this kind of complex but easy answer. And I hope that was helpful in a way. Again, test scores do matter, but not any more than any other part of your application. And then if you're going somewhere where you have high test scores, then you gotta have a high test score, basically. But that was it. I hope you liked the video, and don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will talk to you next time. Bye.